say, sister go, sister soul, sister flow, sister go, sister go, sister soul, sister go. He met Mama locked down in old Moulin Rouge, strutting stuff.
Hey Soul Sisters, it's good to see you today. We're going to move on to our next hymn, which is Holy, Holy, Holy. So we sing the word holy a lot in that song, right? Even in the title, I just said it 3 times. If I was grading a student's paper and they used the same word as many times as it is in this song, I would put big red marks on it and tell them it was redundant and that they had to use a different word. But is it redundant to call God holy 3 times? Is it just flowery and poetic? Or is there a concrete reason we need this? Reginald Heber is the person who wrote our song. He's the author of the hymn, and he loved poetry. Well, while he was at Oxford, his fellow classmate told him he wasn't very good at it, but he still loved it. So he goes on to graduate from Oxford, and he's ready to go on his grand European tour, which is a traditional thing that they would do. But Napoleon had other plans and was firing Europe all up, and so Reginald found himself instead headed for Russia. But the experience opened up the world for him. He was no longer scared to go to new places, since years later he finds himself in India as the Bishop of Calcutta, and he's still writing poetry. And we don't know, but somewhere in the middle there, between Russia and India, in all his adventures, he sits down to write his now famous hymn, Holy, Holy, Holy. So, I don't know if I would want a vacation in Russia. It seems like it would be just ready to disappoint me around every corner, right? The coldness. But Heber teaches us something important, that God is not like men, and he does not fail. He does not disappoint, maybe like that winter vacation did. But he's not just a little holy. God isn't just a little holy. God is superlatively holy, the most holy, the EST of all holiness. And because our nature is very unholy, it's difficult to understand precisely how holy God truly is. We see everything through the lens of our human experience. And it's difficult not to let our sin blur our sight of what God is like. Many cultures take the human weaknesses that we have and apply it to their gods. The Greek gods are a great example of this. Watch the Disney movie Hercules and see what I mean. And I know it's a Disney movie, but it'll give you a great insight into that. But our God is not made in our image. We are made in his. He is holy and set apart. Our hymn not only points to this holiness of God, but also points to another mysterious thing, the Trinity. And the Trinity is unique to our Christian faith. And both the concepts of God's holiness and the concept of the Trinity can be very mysterious to us, but they are vitally important to our faith. See, the unblemished majesty of God, the perfection in the Trinity and how it works, set him apart from all creation. To understand God as he is, perfect in love, power, and purity, it changes how we see the world. It changes how we see through disappointments and how we make our plans, and even changes how we experience our joys. God calls us to fix our eyes upon him and to see the beauty in his holiness. In this light of things, the things of the world begins to dim. It doesn't become quite so tragic and hopeless. Because God is both one and many, and he's both unity and diversity, because he is in all of us. So we can join with everything God has created and praise His name. And like our hymn says, we can praise His name on earth and sky and sea. Pray with me, sisters. Dear Lord, you are holy. There are things about you that we don't completely understand. Help us to push our sinful natures to the side so we can see you more clearly. And let us sing from our hearts that you are holy, holy, holy. Amen. Well, sisters, I hope you enjoy this song today and really get a time to sit with it and listen. If you haven't ever checked out our Facebook page, check it out. There's lots of great stuff on there. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Where's all my soul sisters? Let me hear your flow, sisters.
Hey, sister, go, sister, soul, sister, flow, sister,